From funky grooves to heart-wrenching ballads, these one-hit wonders defined a generation. Get ready for a nostalgic trip through the grooviest decade in music as we count down the top 10 one-hit wonders of the 1970s.
In the summertime, when the weather is hot, you can stretch right up.
Number 1. In the Summertime, Mungo Jerry, 1970. The year was 1970, a time of counterculture, peace movements, and the golden age of rock. While Led Zeppelin and the Beatles were ruling the charts, a small British band named Mungo Jerry came out of nowhere with a song that would define the carefree spirit of summer, In the Summertime. Written by the band's frontman Ray Dorset, the song was recorded in just 2 hours with a simple but infectious blend of skiffle, rock, and blues. Its signature chugging rhythm, played on a homemade jug, and Dorset's unmistakable raspy voice made it instantly recognizable. The song's lyrics embodied the free-spirited lifestyle of the era.
Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-da-da-da-da.
We love everybody, but we do as we please. It shot to number 1 in over 20 countries and became one of the best-selling singles of all time, selling over 30 million copies. But Mungo Jerry never quite captured that magic again, cementing their place in music history as a true one-hit wonder.
He was on his way home from Candletop, been to it.
Number 2. The Night Lights Went Out in Georgia, Vicki Lawrence, 1972. The early 70s was a time of storytelling in music. Songs that weren't just catchy but told gripping tales. One of the most dramatic and haunting of them all was The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, performed by Vicki Lawrence in 1972. At the time, Lawrence was best known as a comedian and actress on The Carol Burnett Show. But her husband, singer-songwriter Bobby Russell, had written this eerie Southern Gothic ballad and wasn't interested in recording it. Lawrence, convinced the song had something special, took matters into her own hands and recorded it herself. The result? A chilling murder ballad about betrayal, injustice, and small-town secrets.
Well, Andy got scared and left the bar, walking on.
The song's dark, twist-filled lyrics, combined with Lawrence's haunting vocals, struck a nerve with audiences, climbing to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Despite this massive success, Lawrence never had another major hit, solidifying her status as a one-hit wonder. But this song, it still sends chills down spines today. Number 3. Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Swede, 1974. By the mid-1970s, rock music was evolving fast. Psychedelic vibes were fading, disco was rising, and pop was becoming more experimental. But in 1974, a Swedish band called Blue Swede put out a song that was both quirky and irresistible, Hooked on a Feeling. Originally recorded in 1968 by B.J. Thomas, the song had already been a minor hit, but Blue Swede added something unexpected to that famous Ooga Chaka at the beginning. This odd but brilliant decision gave the song an almost tribal, hypnotic energy that grabbed listeners instantly. The track soared to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making Blue Swede the first Swedish band to ever top the US charts, paving the way for groups like ABBA. But after this massive success, Blue Swede quickly faded from the spotlight. Decades later, the song made a huge comeback thanks to Guardians of the Galaxy, reintroducing it to a whole new generation. One hit? Yes. But unforgettable? Absolutely.
We get it almost every night.
Number 4. Dancing in the Moonlight, King Harvest, 1972. In the early 70s, soft rock was at its peak, delivering feel-good anthems that still bring smiles today. One of the most timeless and uplifting hits of the era was Dancing in the Moonlight, released in 1972 by the band King Harvest. The song was actually written years earlier in 1969 by musician Sherman Kelly after a terrifying experience. He was attacked and nearly killed while traveling in the Caribbean. During his recovery, he dreamed of a world where he simply danced happily under the moonlight, free from violence and fear. That vision became the lyrics of the song. King Harvest, a group of American musicians living in France, recorded the track and released it in 1972. Though it only reached number 13 on the Billboard charts, Its smooth melody and dreamy vibe gave it a second life in movies, commercials, and cover versions. The band never found another hit, but Dancing in the Moonlight remains a song that instantly feels like a warm embrace.
Come a little closer, close enough.
Number 5. My Sharona, The Knack, 1979. By 1979, disco dominated the charts, but a fresh wave of new wave and power pop was rising. Enter The Knack, a Los Angeles band that stormed onto the scene with one of the most instantly recognizable guitar riffs in rock history, My Sharona. The song's infectious beat,
When you gonna get to me, get to me.
relentless energy, and cheeky lyrics made it an instant smash, hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and staying there for 6 weeks, the longest of any debut single in the 70s. Written by Doug Fieger, the song was inspired by his real-life crush, Sharona Alperin, a girl he was hopelessly in love with. Despite their explosive success, the Knack couldn't keep the momentum. Critics labeled them a Beatles ripoff, and their later work never matched My Sharona's magic. By the early 80s, they faded away, leaving behind just one unforgettable hit. But that song, it's still a go-to anthem for parties, road trips, and classic rock fans everywhere.
Gonna go to the place that's the best.
Number 6. Spirit in the Sky, Norman Greenbaum, 1969. Some songs feel like they were beamed down from the cosmos, and Spirit in the Sky is one of them. Released in 1969, this psychedelic rock gospel hybrid by Norman Greenbaum became one of the biggest songs of the early 70s, thanks to its fuzzy guitar riff and larger-than-life chorus. Surprisingly, Greenbaum wasn't religious. He was inspired by hearing a gospel song on TV and thought, I could write one of those songs.
That's where you're gonna go when you die.
And with that, he crafted a song about heading to the afterlife on good terms, backed by distorted guitars and hand claps that felt straight out of a revival tent. The song hit number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1970 and became a staple in movies, commercials, and Vietnam War-era soundtracks. But despite its massive success, Greenbaum never found another hit. Still, Spirit in the Sky remains one of the most instantly recognizable enduring songs of the 20th century, a one-hit wonder that refuses to fade away.
What's the matter with your mind and your sign?
Number 7. Come and Get Your Love, Redbone, 1974. In 1974, amid the rise of funk-infused rock, a Native American band called Redbone released a song that would become one of the most infectious grooves of all time, Come and Get Your Love. Formed by brothers Pat and Lolly Vegas, Redbone was one of the few Native American rock bands to break into the mainstream.
Come and get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now.
Their name Redbone was a nod to their heritage, and their music often fused rock, funk, and traditional tribal rhythms. Come and Get Your Love was their biggest triumph, featuring an irresistible bass line, smooth vocals, and an uplifting message about embracing love and happiness. Though it peaked at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, the song had a long afterlife, appearing in countless films and TV shows. It saw a major resurgence in 2014 when it became a centerpiece of Guardians of the Galaxy, introducing it to a whole new generation. Redbone never had another massive hit, but this song continues to get people moving decades later.
He's working up my appetite, looking forward to a little.
Number 8. Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band, 1976. By 1976, disco fever was in full swing, but sometimes all you needed was a sweet harmony and some suggestive lyrics to make it a hit. Enter Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band, a song that proved lighthearted, feel-good folk pop could still rule the airwaves. The Washington, D.C.-based band was led by husband and wife duo Bill Danoff and Taffy Navarre, who previously helped John Denver write Take Me Home, Country Roads, inspired by a menu item at a local restaurant. Afternoon Delight was their ode to midday romance, its innocent harmonies cleverly hiding its cheeky subject matter.
Afternoon delight.
The song shot to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even won a Grammy for the Best New Artist, an award that often dooms careers. And sure enough, Starland Vocal Band couldn't replicate their success, fading into obscurity. But their one hit remains a nostalgic favorite, parodied and referenced in pop culture for its quirky, playful charm. Number 9. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, Looking Glass. Some songs tell stories so vividly that you feel like you've stepped inside them. Brandy, You're a Fine Girl, released in 1972 by the band Looking Glass, is one of those songs, a nautical love ballad with a bittersweet twist. Looking Glass was a bar band from New Jersey, and when they recorded Brandy, they never expected much. But after a local DJ started playing it, the song took off nationwide, eventually hitting number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. With its melodic piano, smooth harmonies, and a storyline about a lonely barmaid yearning for her sailor who can never stay, it became an instant classic. Despite their hidden success, Looking Glass couldn't match the magic of Brandy. They faded away, but the song lived on, appearing in movies, TV shows, and even Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, providing that some songs are just too good to be forgotten.
Had no problems, yeah.
Number 10. Play That Funky Music, Wild Cherry, 1976. By 1976, disco and funk were ruling the dance floors, but rock bands weren't ready to give up their guitars just yet. That's when a little-known group from Ohio called Wild Cherry delivered a song that would bridge the gap between funk and rock, Play That Funky Music. Wild Cherry started as a hard rock band playing bars and clubs, but they struggled to find an audience. One night after finishing a set, a clubgoer sarcastically shouted, "Hey, why don't you play some funky music, white boy?" That moment stuck with frontman Rob Parisi, and instead of taking offense, he turned it into inspiration. Parisi wrote this song in just 5 minutes, embracing the idea of a rock band going full-on funk. The result? A song so irresistibly groovy that it shot to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the most enduring party anthems of all time. Despite its massive success, Wild Cherry couldn't repeat the magic. But Play That Funky Music never left the dance floor. It remains a must-have track at weddings, parties, and celebrations everywhere. Which of these classics is your favorite? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more music nostalgia.